Numerous studies have confirmed that having a genuine interest in a subject or field significantly influences one's willingness to make consistent efforts in that area. When you are truly drawn to something, when you find joy in exploring it, your motivation becomes self-sustaining. You naturally put in the hard work, it doesn't feel forced. This effortless engagement paves a smoother path towards success. That said, while hard work makes the journey easier, it doesn't automatically guarantee success, as many other factors also come into play. Nonetheless, when interest is present, the entire process becomes more organic, enjoyable, and productive. That's precisely why interest is often chosen as a foundational criterion when making career choices. It naturally leads to deeper engagement and commitment. When a career aligns with your interests, you are more likely to dedicate your time, energy, and resources toward acquiring relevant knowledge and skills. Developing abilities that support your interest becomes a natural progression. On the contrary, if there is no genuine interest, it becomes difficult to sustain efforts or build supporting skills, even though it's still possible with time and effort. However, the results might be delayed or less satisfying. Over time, with persistent effort, even in an area of lesser interest, a certain degree of competence can still be achieved. People often oscillate between their abilities and interests, a dynamic that we will explore further. Identifying your career interests is crucial for making informed, strategic decisions. It ensures that your career path aligns with your talents, values, and preferences. Many individuals have already taken steps in this direction, pursuing careers that harmonize with who they are and what they care about. However, it's important to acknowledge that career interests may evolve over time. The interest you hold today may not necessarily last for the next 20 or 30 years. Interests can change due to varying circumstances, exposure to new environments, or shifting personal goals. If you stop engaging with an area of interest, your connection to it may fade. Some people even begin to believe that interest is a myth, usually because either their environment no longer stimulates their curiosity or they've stopped investing in that domain. This can be seen in children as well. A child may aspire to be a doctor or an architect in 6th or 7th grade, but by the time they reach 10th grade, that dream may have vanished. The change could be attributed to the school environment, teaching quality, distractions like mobile phones, or family expectations. Therefore, it's essential to periodically revisit and reassess your career interests. Regularly identifying and monitoring your career-related assets can guide you toward more fulfilling career paths. John Holland's theory of career interest. One of the most respected frameworks in career interest theory was developed by Dr. John Holland. He extensively studied students over the years and discovered that people tend to engage in specific patterns of activities. Based on these, he categorized career interests into 6 broad themes known as the Raya-Sek Model 1. Realistic activities involving hands-on work, tools, machines, animals, or anything mechanical or technical. 2. Investigative activities related to research, exploration, and problem-solving. 3. Artistic creative pursuits such as writing, designing, performing, or using media to express oneself. 4. Social activities that involve helping others, including teaching, mentoring, healthcare, spiritual guidance, or emotional support. 5. Enterprising involves persuading, leading, managing, and making decisions. 6. Conventional, focused on organizing, editing, documenting, and handling routine tasks. It's important to note that these are not labels for people, but rather for the types of activities individuals may engage in. One person can participate in multiple categories of activities simultaneously. Building on Holland's work, further research over 6 to 7 years expanded the original 6 scales into 19 subscales, offering a more granular analysis. This refinement helps individuals narrow down broad career interests into specific, actionable options. However, every theory has exceptions. For instance, Holland's model does not fully capture the diversity of roles within the medical profession, making it an area that resists easy categorization under his framework. While many definitions of interest exist, some equating it with hobbies or passions, we define interest here as something deeper and more innate. It is an internal inclination that doesn't necessarily require skill or prior ability. For example, when a child starts drawing instinctively and does it repeatedly with enthusiasm, it signals a natural interest. Only afterward might parents enroll the child in a painting class to support that interest with skill development. Interest often emerges spontaneously. It may be inborn or arise naturally from within. It is not something that can be forced or artificially implanted. Unlike skills or abilities, interest is personal, internal, and unique. It cannot be compared or ranked. One person's interest is not better or higher than another's. It's simply different and deeply personal. Activities that hold your attention for long periods, which you pursue without feeling drained or bored, usually indicate genuine interest. These are the activities you return to frequently, invest in willingly, and often engage in with high energy and dedication. You may even put in effort, time, and money to develop skills in these areas, all because the interest is self-driven. One of the biggest misconceptions is equating interest with ability. They are not the same. Interest is not the same as skill, capability, competence, or strength. You can be deeply interested in something without currently having the ability to excel in it, and vice versa.